Have you ever felt like there's something stuck in your throat that just won't go away? You keep clearing your throat, coughing, drinking water, but nothing seems to work. It may seem like a small problem, but excess mucus can affect your breathing, your sleep, your voice, and even your confidence. The good news is that your body has an incredible ability to heal itself when you give it the right support. Today, we're going to explore 5 simple, natural, and effective ways to help remove mucus from your throat and breathe more freely again. These are everyday habits that anyone can start, and they could make a remarkable difference in how you feel. Let's begin with the first and perhaps the most overlooked solution: staying properly hydrated. Thick mucus is much harder for your body to remove. When you're dehydrated, mucus becomes sticky and clings to your throat. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps thin the mucus, making it easier to clear naturally. Warm drinks such as herbal tea or warm water with lemon may also provide soothing relief for the throat. Think of water as nature's simplest cleanser, helping your body do exactly what it was designed to do. The second powerful habit is gargling with warm salt water. This timeless remedy has been trusted for generations because it works. Warm salt water helps loosen mucus, soothe irritated tissues, and wash away unwanted particles that may be contributing to throat discomfort. Just a few gentle gargles for about 30 seconds can leave your throat feeling cleaner and more comfortable. Sometimes the simplest remedies are the ones that stand the test of time. Number 3 is one that many people underestimate: using steam. Inhaling warm steam adds moisture to your airways, helping soften stubborn mucus so your body can remove it more easily. Whether it's from a hot shower or a bowl of steaming water used carefully, the warm moisture can make breathing feel easier and reduce throat irritation. It's a gentle reminder that sometimes healing begins with something as simple as taking a deep breath. The fourth step involves paying close attention to what you're eating. Certain foods may increase mucus production in some individuals, while others help support a healthy immune system and reduce inflammation. Fresh fruits, vegetables, warm soups, ginger, garlic, and foods rich in vitamin C can be excellent additions to your daily routine. Reducing highly processed foods and excessive sugary drinks may also help if you notice they worsen your symptoms. Your kitchen can become one of the most powerful places to support your health. Finally, never underestimate the importance of knowing when your body needs professional attention. If mucus lasts for several weeks, contains blood, is accompanied by a high fever, severe pain, difficulty breathing, or significant weight loss, it's important to seek medical evaluation. Persistent mucus may sometimes signal an underlying condition that requires proper diagnosis and treatment. Listening to your body is one of the greatest acts of self-care you can practice. Remember, lasting health isn't usually built through one dramatic change. It's created by small, consistent actions repeated every single day. Every glass of water you drink, every healthy meal you choose, every moment you take to care for yourself is an investment in your future well-being. Your body is constantly working to protect you, repair you, and keep you healthy. When you support it with simple, healthy habits, amazing things can happen. If today's message encouraged you, don't stop here. Keep learning, keep making healthy choices, and keep believing that every positive step matters. Your journey toward better breathing and better health begins with one decision, and that decision starts today. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and remember that small daily actions create lifelong wellness. One of the most effective ways to begin clearing excess mucus from your throat is also one of the simplest, yet it's often the first thing people overlook. That solution is staying properly hydrated. It sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? Most people hear the advice to drink more water and immediately dismiss it because they're expecting something more dramatic, more powerful, or more complicated. But the truth is, your body depends on water for nearly every function it performs, including keeping your airways healthy and helping your throat stay clear. Sometimes the greatest improvements come from the smallest daily habits that we underestimate. Think about what mucus is actually supposed to do. Many people see mucus as the enemy, but that's not entirely true. Your body produces mucus for a reason. It acts as a protective barrier, trapping dust, bacteria, viruses, allergens, and tiny particles before they can travel deeper into your lungs. In many ways, mucus is part of your body's natural defense system. The problem begins when it becomes too thick, too sticky, or is produced in excess. Instead of protecting you quietly in the background, it starts becoming noticeable. You find yourself constantly swallowing, clearing your throat, or coughing to get rid of that irritating sensation. One of the biggest reasons mucus becomes thick is dehydration. When your body doesn't have enough fluids, it begins conserving water wherever it can. As a result, mucus loses some of its moisture and becomes denser. Instead of flowing naturally, it sticks to the back of your throat like glue. That's when every swallow reminds you it's there. You clear your throat, and only a few moments later, the feeling comes right back. It can become an endless cycle that leaves your throat feeling tired and irritated. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine pouring water into something that's become dry and sticky. Gradually it softens. It becomes easier to move and easier to wash away. That's very similar to what happens inside your body when you're well hydrated. Drinking enough fluids helps thin mucus, making it less sticky and much easier for your body to clear naturally. You aren't forcing the mucus out. You're simply creating the conditions that allow your body to do what it was designed to do. It's important to understand that hydration isn't about drinking one large bottle of water all at once and expecting immediate results. Your body works best with steady hydration throughout the day. Taking regular sips every hour is often more beneficial than waiting until you're extremely thirsty. In fact, thirst is already a sign that your body is asking for more fluids. By making hydration a consistent habit, you're giving your throat continuous support instead of temporary relief. Many people also notice that warm beverages feel especially comforting when mucus is bothering them. There's a reason for that. Warm liquids can provide a soothing sensation that helps relax the throat while also adding moisture. A warm cup of herbal tea, warm water with a slice of lemon, or even a bowl of warm broth may help you feel more comfortable while encouraging mucus to loosen. The warmth itself can be calming, especially during colder months when dry indoor air often makes throat irritation worse. At the same time, remember that not every beverage hydrates equally. Water remains one of the best choices because it's exactly what your body needs. While coffee and caffeinated drinks can certainly be part of many people's daily routines, relying on them instead of water isn't the best strategy for staying hydrated. Making water your primary drink throughout the day gives your body the greatest opportunity to maintain healthy moisture levels where they're needed most. Hydration also works hand in hand with your environment. If the air around you is very dry, especially during winter or in heavily air-conditioned spaces, your throat can dry out more quickly. That dryness may make mucus feel even thicker. Drinking enough fluids becomes even more important under those conditions because you're helping replace moisture that your body naturally loses throughout the day. Here's something many people don't realize. Sometimes the constant urge to clear your throat actually makes the irritation worse. Every time you forcefully clear your throat, the tissues experience a little more stress. Over time, this repeated irritation can leave your throat feeling sore and inflamed, creating an even stronger urge to keep clearing it. It's a frustrating cycle. Staying hydrated helps reduce this irritation by keeping the throat moist and allowing mucus to move more naturally, reducing the need for constant throat clearing. Another benefit of proper hydration is that it supports your entire immune system. Every cell in your body functions better when it's adequately hydrated. Your circulation works more efficiently. Nutrients are transported where they're needed. Waste products are removed more effectively. While drinking water isn't a cure for infections or allergies that may be causing excess mucus, it creates a healthier environment for your body to respond and recover. Many people are surprised when they begin paying closer attention to their daily water intake. Within a few days of drinking enough fluids consistently, they often notice their throat feels less dry, swallowing becomes more comfortable, and the constant sensation of mucus begins to ease. The change may not happen overnight, and it's not always dramatic, but small improvements add up over time. That's the power of consistency. It's also worth remembering that hydration comes from more than just drinking plain water. Foods with high water content, such as watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, strawberries, celery, and soups, also contribute to your daily fluid intake. Choosing these foods not only helps with hydration, but also provides vitamins and nutrients that support overall health. When healthy eating and proper hydration work together, your body receives even greater support. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they're uncomfortable before they start drinking more fluids. Prevention is always easier than catching up later. By making hydration part of your normal daily routine instead of something you only think about when symptoms appear, you're giving your throat the best chance to stay healthy every day. The beauty of this habit is that it costs very little, requires no complicated equipment, and can begin immediately. You don't need a special formula or an expensive supplement. You simply need to develop the awareness to keep nourishing your body with the water it depends on. Small choices repeated consistently often create the biggest transformations in health. Never underestimate the extraordinary impact of an ordinary glass of water. Sometimes the simplest habit is the one that quietly changes everything. Now that we've talked about the importance of keeping your body well hydrated, let's move to another simple practice that has stood the test of time. It doesn't require expensive equipment, complicated ingredients, or advanced knowledge. In fact, it's something generations have relied on whenever a sore throat, irritation, or stubborn mucus became a problem. That practice is gargling with warm salt water. While it may sound like an old-fashioned home remedy, there's a reason it continues to be recommended today. Sometimes the most reliable solutions are the ones that have remained effective for decades. When mucus collects in the throat, it often creates more than just a physical sensation. It can make your throat feel coated, heavy, or constantly irritated. You may find yourself clearing your throat repeatedly throughout the day, trying to remove something that never seems to disappear completely. Every swallow reminds you that it's still there. The more you focus on it, the more frustrating it becomes. This constant irritation can affect your conversations, interrupt your sleep, and even make eating less enjoyable. Warm salt water offers gentle support by helping loosen mucus that clings to the lining of the throat. Instead of scraping or forcing mucus away, it encourages the natural process of clearing it. The warmth helps relax the tissues, while the salt creates an environment that can help wash away excess mucus and small particles that may be contributing to the irritation. It's not about producing an instant miracle. It's about giving your throat a chance to recover with a method that's both gentle and effective. Think about what happens whenever you rinse something that's become sticky. Whether it's a dish in your kitchen or mud on your shoes, adding warm water helps soften whatever has dried onto the surface. Your throat works in a similar way. Thick mucus can cling stubbornly, especially when you've been dealing with allergies, a cold, dry air, or dehydration. Gargling with warm salt water helps introduce moisture while encouraging that mucus to loosen, making it easier for your body to remove naturally. The process itself couldn't be much simpler. A small amount of salt dissolved into comfortably warm water is usually all that's needed. The water should feel warm enough to soothe, but never hot enough to burn. Taking a small sip, tilting your head back slightly, and gently gargling for about 30 seconds allows the solution to reach the back of the throat where mucus often collects. Afterward, simply spit it out rather than swallowing it. Repeating this a few times can leave your throat feeling noticeably cleaner and more refreshed. One reason this practice feels so comforting is that warmth naturally relaxes muscles and tissues. When your throat has been irritated from frequent coughing or constant throat clearing, that gentle warmth can provide a welcome sense of relief. Instead of feeling dry and scratchy, the throat often feels calmer, making swallowing and speaking a little more comfortable. Another important benefit is that gargling helps physically rinse away unwanted material that may be sitting in the throat. Throughout the day, your mouth and throat are exposed to countless tiny particles, dust, pollen, pollution, food particles, and other irritants can all contribute to discomfort, especially if you're sensitive to environmental allergens. Gargling acts almost like giving your throat a gentle rinse, helping wash away some of what doesn't belong there. It's also worth remembering that excess mucus isn't always caused by illness. Seasonal allergies are one of the most common reasons people experience constant throat mucus. When allergens trigger your body's defenses, mucus production often increases in an effort to trap those irritants. As mucus drains down the back of the throat, a process often called postnasal drip, it can leave you feeling like you constantly need to swallow or clear your throat. While gargling doesn't eliminate allergies themselves, it may help reduce some of the irritation caused by that drainage and provide temporary comfort during allergy season. Many people notice something interesting after making saltwater gargling part of their routine. The urge to clear the throat repeatedly often becomes less intense. That's important because constant throat clearing can actually prolong irritation. Every forceful clearing places stress on the delicate tissues lining your throat. Over time, those tissues can become inflamed, creating even more sensitivity and making you feel like there's always something that needs to be cleared. It's a cycle that's surprisingly easy to fall into. By soothing the throat instead of repeatedly straining it, you're helping break that cycle. Rather than forcing your body to respond, you're supporting it in a calmer, more natural way. Sometimes the greatest relief comes not from doing more, but from giving your body the opportunity to recover with less irritation. Consistency matters here just as much as it does with hydration. Gargling once may provide temporary comfort, but making it part of your routine when you're experiencing increased mucus or throat irritation can offer greater benefits over time. Morning gargles may help clear mucus that accumulated overnight, while evening gargles can leave your throat feeling more comfortable before sleep. These small moments of care can become part of a healthy daily rhythm. Of course, it's important to use common sense. The water should always be comfortably warm, never boiling hot. Too much salt isn't necessary either. A moderate amount dissolved completely into the water is generally sufficient. More salt doesn't automatically produce better results. Gentle care is usually far more effective than anything harsh or excessive. This simple habit also serves as a reminder that healing doesn't always require expensive treatments. Modern medicine has given us incredible tools, but basic self-care remains one of the strongest foundations of good health. When you consistently support your body with healthy habits, you often reduce discomfort before it becomes a larger problem. It's easy to overlook simple practices because they're so familiar, but familiarity should never be mistaken for weakness. Some of the most valuable health habits are also the easiest to perform. Imagine the difference between waking up every morning with a throat that feels heavy, sticky, and irritated, compared to waking up feeling refreshed and comfortable. That difference is often created not by one dramatic change, but by many small decisions repeated day after day. Gargling with warm salt water may seem like a tiny action, but combined with proper hydration, healthy nutrition, and the other habits we'll discuss, it becomes another important piece of a much larger picture. Your body is constantly working to heal, protect, and restore itself. Every healthy habit you practice sends it the message that you're working alongside it instead of against it. The more consistently you care for your throat, the more opportunity your body has to perform the remarkable job it was designed to do. Sometimes the oldest remedies continue to endure for one simple reason: they quietly work, one day at a time. After giving your body the hydration it needs and supporting your throat with the soothing effects of warm salt water, there's another gentle technique that can make a noticeable difference when stubborn mucus refuses to loosen. It doesn't involve medication or complicated treatments. Instead, it uses something your body naturally responds to every single day: warm, moist air. Steam has long been one of the simplest ways to provide comfort when your throat feels congested, and while it may seem almost too basic to matter, it can play an important role in helping you breathe and swallow more comfortably. Think about how your throat feels on a cold, dry winter morning. The air is crisp, your mouth may feel dry when you wake up, and every breath seems to pull a little more moisture away from your throat. Now compare that to standing in a warm bathroom after a hot shower. The air feels softer. Breathing seems easier. Your throat doesn't feel quite as scratchy. That difference isn't your imagination. Moist air helps create an environment where thick mucus can soften, making it easier for your body's natural clearing mechanisms to do their job. Our airways are designed to function best when they remain comfortably moist. Tiny hair-like structures called cilia line much of the respiratory tract, and their job is to gently move mucus upward and out of the airways. It's a remarkable cleaning system that's working every minute of every day without you even noticing. But when mucus becomes thick because of illness, allergies, dehydration, or dry air, those tiny structures have a much harder time moving it along. Steam doesn't replace this natural process, it simply helps support it by adding moisture where it's needed. Many people notice that mucus becomes especially bothersome during the colder months. It's easy to assume cold weather is entirely to blame, but often it's the dry indoor air that contributes just as much. Heating systems remove moisture from the air, leaving your throat and nasal passages feeling dry. The drier those tissues become, the thicker mucus may feel, creating that frustrating sensation of something constantly sitting at the back of your throat. Introducing gentle moisture through steam can help restore a more comfortable balance. One of the easiest ways to benefit from steam is by taking a warm shower. As the room fills with warm vapor, simply breathing normally allows that moisture to reach your nose and throat. There's no need to rush the process. Sometimes spending 10 or 15 minutes in a warm, steamy bathroom is enough to help loosen mucus and make swallowing feel more comfortable. It also creates an opportunity to relax, and that relaxation alone can make a surprising difference when you're feeling under the weather. Some people also choose to inhale steam from a bowl of hot water. If you do this, it's important to be careful. The water should be hot enough to produce steam, but never so hot that it creates a risk of burns. Leaning too close or using boiling water can be dangerous, especially around children. The goal isn't to expose yourself to intense heat. It's simply to allow warm moisture to reach your airways safely. Gentle, steady breathing is all that's needed. Your comfort and safety should always come first. Steam can be especially helpful first thing in the morning. Overnight, mucus often collects because you've been lying down for several hours. That's why many people wake up feeling the need to clear their throat repeatedly. A warm shower shortly after getting out of bed may help loosen some of that accumulated mucus, making it easier to begin your day feeling refreshed rather than congested. It's also useful in the evening. After spending an entire day exposed to dust, dry air, pollution, pollen, or other environmental irritants, your throat may appreciate a little extra care before bedtime. Taking a warm shower or spending a few quiet minutes breathing moist air can become part of a healthy nighttime routine that encourages more comfortable breathing as you sleep. What makes steam so valuable is that it works alongside the other healthy habits we've already discussed. Drinking enough water hydrates your body from the inside. Gargling with warm salt water helps soothe and rinse the throat. Steam adds moisture directly to the air you breathe. Together, these habits complement one another instead of competing. Each one contributes in its own way to creating an environment where mucus is less likely to become thick and stubborn. There's another benefit that often goes unnoticed. Warm steam encourages people to slow down. In today's busy world, we're constantly moving from one task to another, rarely giving ourselves permission to pause. Yet taking a warm shower or quietly sitting in a steamy bathroom naturally encourages deeper, slower breathing. That slower breathing can feel calming, especially when throat discomfort has left you feeling tense or frustrated. While steam isn't a cure for stress, creating a few peaceful moments each day can help you feel more comfortable both physically and mentally. Some people wonder whether adding essential oils to steam will make it work even better. While certain scents may feel pleasant to some individuals, they're not necessary for steam to be effective. In fact, strong fragrances may irritate sensitive airways in some people, particularly those with allergies or asthma. Plain warm steam is often all your body needs. Simplicity is sometimes the greatest advantage. It's equally important to understand the limits of steam. While it may provide temporary relief by loosening mucus and soothing irritated tissues, it isn't a treatment for bacterial infections, chronic lung disease, or other medical conditions that require professional care. If symptoms become severe, continue for weeks, or are accompanied by fever, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or coughing up blood, it's essential to seek medical evaluation. Steam is a supportive habit, not a substitute for appropriate medical treatment when it's needed. Another simple way to support the effects of steam is by maintaining comfortable humidity levels inside your home. If your living space becomes extremely dry, especially during winter, using a clean humidifier according to the manufacturer's instructions may help keep the air from becoming overly dry. Just remember that humidifiers require regular cleaning, because standing water can allow mold and bacteria to grow if neglected. Clean equipment provides healthy moisture. Neglected equipment can create new problems. As you continue building healthier habits, you'll probably notice that no single solution works entirely on its own. Instead, lasting improvement usually comes from combining several small actions that reinforce one another. That's true for almost every aspect of health. Consistency almost always outperforms intensity. The body responds remarkably well when it's supported every day with simple, thoughtful care. Steam reminds us that healing doesn't always arrive in dramatic ways. Sometimes it comes quietly, carried on a warm breath, easing discomfort one gentle moment at a time. When you give your body the moisture it needs, you help it do what it has been designed to do all along: protect, repair, and restore. Sometimes the deepest relief begins with nothing more than a slow breath of warm, gentle air.